and I'd like to welcome everyone for coming to see the fourth version of Reflections. Reflections, for those of you that have been here before, you know that reflections are about how we see the world before we got here. Reflections from the world before we got here. And my guest today is Dianna Feld, and we'll be talking about her life and the highlights that are her reflections from her life before she got here. Okay? Thank you. Let's begin, Dianna.
Okay.
You're going to have it be very relaxed and have some fun with this. Let's start with where you grew up and your early life.
When I was what?
When you were young.
When I was young.
Let's say teenage.
When I was younger.
Younger.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, when I was younger. I'm an only child.
Okay.
So I am spoiled rotten.
That's
I got everything I wanted.
Ooh.
If I said, Mom, Dad, I want this, that, I got it.
Okay.
So I had dancing lessons, I had singing lessons, I had piano lessons, I had everything.
Wonderful.
Which I was always very grateful for.
As I recall, you grew up on the North Shore of Long Island?
No, I was brought up in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn.
Brighton Beach, out near Brooklyn. Okay.
Yeah, Brighton Beach in Brooklyn.
Okay, wonderful.
And I went to Lincoln High School.
Okay.
But I lived at the other end of Brighton Beach. And as I went to school, I used to pick up my friends. They used to wait for me.
Uh-huh.
And by the time we got to where we were going, we were quite a group to be reckoned with.
Wow. Now, were they both boys and girls, or?
No, we were just girls.
Just girls. Interesting how that works in different parts of our life.
Well, I guess we used to talk about the boys.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, as you look back, reflections from your earlier life, of course, school is a prominent thing, which I'm sure is in your mind, a very powerful reflection. I'm wondering about, the school experience you had, how many years and where did you go, that sort of thing.
Well, I lived within walking distance of the elementary school, so I used to go home for lunch.
Whoa.
I'm trying to think. The elementary school. After that, as I walked to where I had to go to pick up a bus, I used to pass all my friends' houses, and they would wait for me, and by the time we got to where we had to go, we were quite a group.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
And we talked about all the boys.
Oh, I've been willing to bet you that the boys were talking about the girls, too.
That I have no idea about.
Well, I can attest. Not in your life, but in mine, for sure. So educationally, you finished high school. Did you go on to higher education?
I finished high school. I went to college.
Uh-huh.
I took classes in college. I mean, they were interrupted in the years that I got married and I had kids. And I took it special ed. I was very much interested in the children, who they were individually. And so I took special ed, and I landed up in a marvelous, marvelous situation where I got to know everyone in the class. And of course, in special ed, because they were individually known, you only had up to a certain amount. And if you went past that amount, they gave you a person to deal with the children. So that was very interesting.
Oh, it sounds it. Yes, for sure. Higher education, I know music training came in somewhere along the way.
Yes.
When did that start?
Started very early because we always had a piano in the house. My mother played the piano.
Oh, nice.
And So it started early, and I never thought about it because it was part of my life.
Sure.
And as far as I was concerned, everything, including the piano, was part of my life. Also part of my life was my after-school training in the Yiddish shul. I went to a Yiddish shul, and I should really translate that for people who don't understand the language. Yiddish shul. You're looking right at me, Bernie. A Yiddish shul is a Jewish school
Oh.
where you learn all the things, but you speak the Yiddish language.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow. In this country, I've never heard
in
of that
this
before.
country. Oh,
But
they have
they kept the culture going. And
only the culture.
wow. That sounds wonderful. Now, after you finished with your formal education and so forth, did you engage in career or family? Or I know you said you had children and so forth. So that was
I have 2 children.
okay.
There's one of them, she's behind a camera. And that's a friend who just came in, I see her.
That sounds great. And so you had a happy family in
Yeah,
Brighton
then I
Beach?
have another daughter.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, and she has a whole bunch of kids.
A whole bunch of kids. So,
No, she just has 2 children, but they have a whole bunch of
so
kids.
you have grandchildren.
Pardon?
You have grandchildren.
Yeah.
Any great grandchildren?
No,
Not yet. Okay.
not yet.
I'm blessed with 2.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, mine are so old, I don't know whether I'll have great grandchildren.
Okay. I'm curious about, did you formally engage in a career around music, or did that sort of happen as an avocation?
It happened as an avocation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have some wonderful experiences of singing?
Yes, and I still sing.
Can you share one or two of them?
Shall I share?
Particularly touch you with the reflection
What?
from when you did that singing?
Anybody play the piano?
Yeah,
Oh,
Chester.
play-
Do you want to give us a sample?
What?
You want to sing?
Yeah, he asked me to sing.
That might be a little hard to do with exercise, but we can maybe do that another time. We can have a sequel
Okay.
to what we're doing.
Okay.
You can sing.
Yes.
All right? Makes sense?
Okay.
So what would you like to talk about? What's on your mind as you thought about this session here?
A lot of things go on my mind.
Uh-huh.
What I had growing up was wonderful. And I think I benefited from the fact that I was the only child. As I said before,
Yeah.
as an only child, I got everything I wanted.
Wow.
And I wanted an awful lot, and my parents put up with it. The things I didn't want and they wouldn't put up with, and the things I wanted that they wouldn't put up with, I understood because of all the other things that I did get. And this was when I would come home from school, and I went to the Yiddish shul. I went to the Jewish school, because one school had nothing to do with the other. And it was given at the end of the day. So I really went to 2 schools at one time.
Wow. And you said they spoke Yiddish in the school?
Yeah.
And
my
not
pa-
Hebrew?
No, not Hebrew.
Okay.
Hebrew came at another time.
Oh, okay.
I speak Hebrew too.
Wow. You're one of those wonderful people that have multiple languages. I am not so blessed. Too bad, but unfortunately. So I'm going back. I keep coming back to your singing because I guess I really want to hear you sing. We'll have to plan that second session where we can. But was it a professional career where you were being paid to sing and that sort of?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
What kind of venues were you singing at?
What kind of menu? All kinds of. I sang English. I sang Hebrew. I sang Yiddish. And it all depended on where I was singing and what group I was singing for.
Okay.
So that made it very interesting for me.
You strike me as a leader. I'll bet you were involved in leading people in music. Am I right?
Stop laughing. That's my daughter and my girlfriend back there.
Did I nail it? Yeah. Anyway, that's great. I just imagine you singing and carrying on and leadership and all the things you have to do on stage. You know, that is, right?
Right.
Did you ever have stage fright?
Pardon?
Did you ever have stage fright?
No, come to think of it. I didn't.
The curtain opens and there's 200 people and you
Never bothered me.
never bothered you.
Because I felt if I couldn't do it, I wouldn't be up there. But I could do it, so I was up there.
That's a
And
gift.
if they wanted to hear me, they came to hear me.
That's a gift to see things, I think, see things that way, where you completely transcend the normal nerves and so forth, and you want to give your gift to the people that are there.
Yeah,
What
I never thought of it that way.
What a wonderful way to hold it. Yeah. Is there anything you can think of in your life that nobody here knows anything about? Totally new for them. Something you've never told them.
You're not going to hear it.
Oh, I didn't hear you, sorry. And you're not going to hear it, is that what you said? Oh. You're going to hang on to your secrets, all right?
I'm not giving out my secrets. Some people know my secrets, but not everybody.
Okay.
Like
Wow.
this lady right here.
Judy knows. Okay. Yeah.
You're not going to talk, though.
I think just judging by the number of women who live here, there's an awful lot of really good relationships that happen, like you're just describing, and that's great. We guys are kind of on the outside, but we
No, well, you know, if you know how to do it, you could be on the inside, too.
yeah. Why
But you have to know how to do it.
Well, that's true.
I ain't
true.
telling.
You're not living in Egypt, huh? Well, is there anyone here that has a question that they would like to ask Dianna? Or any topic that, yes, Sarah?
Were you also in like theater as well as
You have to speak a little louder. I'm hard of
Did
hearing.
you also do theater as well as singing?
Yes.
Were you acting too?
Yes.
And where did you do that?
That I did in high school. Abraham Lincoln High School.
Not as an adult, not after that? You didn't do like community theater?
It's very possible I did, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a bad memory.
That's okay.
Amy, did I do theater?
Yeah,
Pardon? Where?
I have no idea.
But that's my daughter.
Yeah, I know.
She said I did theater, so I did theater.
The singing I knew, but a lot of it was done before I was old enough, so she did it when she was younger.
Can't you just see her on the stage, though? I can. Yeah, there it is. Question is, was it Yiddish theater?
Not only Yiddish. No, I did Yiddish, but I also did English, mostly English.
Oh, did you? Good. What a amazing talent you have.
Pardon?
I said you have an amazing talent, and I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
being here. You see, Sarah's got a question.
I have one more question, because I can't remember, I might have heard the answer to this, but did you live at Kimball Farms in the independent living before you came over here?
What did she say?
Did you live in independent living before you came over here? Or did you move right here to begin with?
Yes, I did.
You did, that's what I thought, okay.
Yeah.
For how long, you know?
Not very long.
Not very long. Like,
Well, I moved into independent living with my husband. And then he got sick and he went into the hospital. And I fell, I think I fell.
Wow.
And I was also kind of out of commission. Yeah, well, my husband enjoyed entertaining people. In fact, I remember we had something where we hired the entire place for the afternoon. And do you remember this, Amy? And we had all entertainment and all food. And I remember Mike Paglia, he's the caterer. He said something to the effect, I will only do this for Stanley, because he liked Stanley very much, and Stanley was a very outgoing person. And he was very kind to everyone. So this was something that he wanted to do. And I don't remember why we had the party for Stanley.
It was a celebration of his life.
It was a celebration.
Celebration of his life.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that
interesting.
was the reason why we had the
So
party.
you are an entertainer, aren't you?
Yeah.
When all is said and done.
You want me to entertain you? You want me to entertain you?
Perfect. I'm so sorry you're so shy.
Oh, I'm so shy. I'm sorry.
An actress you are, right? Thank you so much.
You're
I really,
welcome.
really appreciate it.
Thank you
Isn't
very
she
much.
fun? It's just great. And thank you all for being here to hear this live.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you all.
All right.